Chapter 26. Doors and stay there until he could kill the wolf. Where the hell is she going? Duncan yelled. Door. Damn it, but how could she believe they couldn't deal with her kin in a? Not at his brothers. He knew they'd do whatever was right to bring Elaine back. A henchman of her clansmen? Duncan guessed. Cearnach recalled how she'd missed the turnoff to Senton Castle before. What happened? Ian asked. This way and not toward Edinburgh and the airport. Continued to bother him. Something had been wrong from the start. Yes, sir? What may I do for you? I'm sorry, sir. I can't give that information out to anyone but. Sir, if you're threatening me. Despite Duncan's ability to get what he wanted out of someone, the man still. Cearnach nearly grabbed the phone out of his brother's hand. He's dead. Damn. Elaine glanced in the rearview mirror. No sign of any car yet. She drove. Revenge that he'd killed the men who tried to kill him. But he'd murdered. Too great and no other wolf would do. Rafferty was dead. Was just like all the rest, thieving pirates who cared nothing for their. Lied about holding her hostage. She called information for Cearnach's mother. Calla be okay. Ready to have a heart attack over you vanishing like you did. Everything seemed familiar as she drove farther away from Argent Castle. Wedding plans. There won't be a wedding. Hated getting lost more than anything else in the world. How could she do this? Had taken and had come straight here. As if she'd come here of her own accord. Stand a chance against her kin either. She didn't have a choice. She shoved open the car door, yanked off her clothes and heard the men. She raced toward the castle ruins, wishing she had an army of men who could. He'd be so angry with her. She didn't want to face him. She'd ask Ian instead. If they got hold of her and could stop her from running, Rafferty would catch. She's running as a wolf. Up near Senton Castle. 5 wolves are trying to. They're dead wolves, Cearnach growled. Then he frowned. Why would Rafferty? He's older, in charge? Paying the money for her kin to bring her to him? Asked. To intercept her, fight the other wolves and take her home. Mine. Interested in mating her. He forced the mating. He's a dead wolf, Cearnach. I'll kill him, Cearnach promised. Be careful, Duncan told him. Duncan sighed and folded his arms. That means facing 5 wolves. Wildly. Duncan, I know how capable the 2 of you are. But you have to include. Faceaglivy's gun and dogs. He hoped if the farmer saw the pack of wolves. The nice policeman a big grin. Cearnach pushed his own door open and locked the doors with the electronic. Brother. Duncan greeted him, nose to nose. Then the 2 ran to where Cearnach. Cearnach heard growling about a half-mile away. He recognized the vocal sound. Not her. He remembered the sound of her yip when he'd startled her by coming. Chapter 27. He knew her cousins would be pissed off at her. They'd take out their. Time was quickly running out. Rusty pickup truck and trying to hunt Guthrie down. Him and the wolf would veer out of her path. Between. She was tense, and with one perpetually attacking her she didn't. Cearnach turned his head to look at Vardon again. The wolf's mouth was bloody. She swung her head around to see what had taken the wolf's attention. And bloodied. Vardon howled in pain and anger. Then swung around to bite. This out. Elaine. Saw which wolf it was. Keeping an eye on them as Cearnach fought with Baird. Be Rafferty. His eyes nearly black with rage. His fur a little grayer than any. Senton Castle. Pirate wolf would never lay another hand on Elaine's sweet body. Never mar her. Cearnach noted that the other wolf was pushing him toward the river. Did he? It would heal, but he'd be limping 3-legged on the long walk back home and trying to get the advantage. This time Cearnach lost his footing and getting the upper hand, though he also was soon caught up in the swift moving. As Rafferty had drowned Elaine's parents. Couldn't let a dead body be found in the river with wolf teeth marks in the throat. Elaine's heart was ready to burst out of her chest because she'd been so. Cearnach growled at her, and she knew he didn't want her to get close to the brothers, gathered close to protect her if she needed them, listening to what? Never again. Cearnach. Feeling horrible about all of this. Cearnach licked her cheek again, then shifted. He crouched down and rapped. Seems that's our home also. If you're worried about them taking your car. Human form fully dressed. He took Rafferty's body, and Cearnach shifted into. Brothers would be upset with her for running off. That the whole pack would. Vehicle. I'm staying with the 2 of you. Ian's orders. He doesn't want anything. Planning the wedding without Elaine, so if the lass wants to have any say at Was relieved beyond measure that Calla was at Argent and had been safe all. Elaine smiled to see the look on his face. He was one happy mated wolf. Behind while he watched the road and stroked her head. Elaine knew Cearnach would have words with Ian. Chapter 28. Oh. Aye, lass. About what? It. Found. Aye. This.